I give kudos to the Magruder field hockey coaches. They had the parents meeting. You know when it was? 5:15 to 5:30, right after practice, on the field. And you know what? There weren't 100 jerks there asking questions. Everybody knew. Just let them do their spiel and just go on your way.
Right.
It was brilliant.
We had an awkward thing the other day. So we had, I'm sure all of your kids' schools had a back-to-school night.
It's looming. It hasn't happened
or
yet.
It's coming up.
Yeah.
So my son had a back-to-school night at St. Andrews, and it's an unbelievable school. I love it. It's fantastic. Blah, blah, blah. I don't want to bore you to tears with it. But nobody really wants to do back-to-school night, right? I mean,
it's a drag for everybody.
Yeah, I mean,
teachers don't want to be there.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
This school is so remarkable. Every teacher it blows you away. But still, I'm a parent. It was like, I think I was there. You had to be there from 7 to 9 because you do the initial talk, and then you got to go through each class and you meet each teacher, and it's fine. And again, the school is spectacular. But I'm sitting there going, I can't even remember the last back-to-school night I've been. Usually I just ship my wife, and I just say, I beg out somehow. So I'm sitting there, and we're getting addressed by the head of the school. And at one point, it was the head of the upper school. She said, I'm just as excited to be here as I know you guys are, too.
Right.
And I thought that was sarcasm.
Right.
Because so we're in the room with 300-some people, and I just start laughing. I go, and then my wife,
the only person
I'm
laughing?
the only one in the room laughing.
That's great.
My wife elbows me. She's mortified. She goes, oh, my God, Eric, my buddy is sitting next to me.
Yeah.
He can't believe it. And I thought we were all on the same page here, right? Who wants to be in a back-to-school
Who's
night?
ready for a big laugh?
There's some nerdy people.
Dude,
nerds,
it was,
ZB.
no, they're fine people, but it was just.
They're nerds. You can call them nerds. If they're into back-to-school night, they're nerds.
Well, every person in there, apparently, except for me, was into it.
Right.
And it was mortifying.
Yeah.
But what are you going to do? It was the dumb DJ dad laughing in the background.
By the way, I was trying to figure out, I don't want to say specifically the incident, but when do kids start figuring out, like when they start just branding other kids based on things they see? Like I'm starting to it's probably terrible to judge a book by a cover, but I'll hear certain things where my son will go, oh, he's a blank.
Oh,
he's blank.
Well, my kid's been doing that for years.
When do they start figuring that out? Is it around this
middle
age,
school.
9 or 10?
I don't know. Middle school.
Maybe a little bit older.
I think it's middle school.
Let's just say this. There was a flamboyant character in Puerto Rico that I came across.
Right.
Yeah.
And I knew about his flamboyance, like right there, just by his voice and his actions. I mean, you could be wrong. You never know.
Of course.
Or I can always judge a
But
book
in
by
all
its cover.
likelihood.
But very flamboyant. And really only saw him for like 2 seconds. And Dylan goes, and he just whispered it to me.
Yeah. Well, he's just learning.
It's like, how did he just figure that out?
He's just learning.
I don't know,
He's
man.
in 4th grade.
But that's
They
not
hear
bad.
all kinds of stuff.
I am so
Believe me, I've heard way worse than that. That's
I
nothing.
get it. But I'm just wondering when you start
I think middle
processing those
school
things.
is when you just bottom out. I think that's just
Oh, middle school it's
middle school is just the pit.
Has anybody seen Lord of the Flies?
Yes.
Okay, that's middle school.
I actually read the book.
Middle school is the worst. It's not for me. Middle school was the absolute worst.
Well, my kids
Hated
all
it,
went to
despised it.
My 2 oldest all went to Westland, and it's supposed to be regarded as a decent middle school. All the kids call it wasteland.
Right.
It's just a 2-year odyssey of just
I don't
nothing.
even mean like the school. I just mean like you're 12, you're 13.
No, it's the years.
Yeah, you're just coming into adolescence.
I think it's probably appropriate for almost every
it's
middle
weird.
school.
It's just awkwardness.
It just
is what
sucks.
is.
Middle school sucks.
Yeah.
It just does.
I don't even think
Mine
middle school
actually-
teachers like teaching middle
Yeah.
school.
Mine actually extended to, if you were to look at me in 9th grade, I had huge glasses and braces. That was just a double whammy. And I don't think I hit puberty till like late in 9th grade.
Yeah.
Or I remember going to my
Glasses.
first like soccer practice. I still didn't even have any like I had no hair.
Yeah.
Nothing under the pits.
You were
9th
just
grade.
a baby. You had nothing on your Bozak
Yeah,
either.
my youngest was so happy to get out of middle school.
Right.
And I didn't think she would want to go to high school, not this early.
Right.
She was
Thrilled.
I mean, she was a little nervous for day 1, but she was so ready to get out of 8th grade.
Yeah.
I think that's basically true of everyone. Although I find it different when they leave elementary. They kind of they love their elementary school because they're there so long. They
That's a
develop
bigger
all those
transition.
relationships.
That's a bigger
It's
transition.
a huge transition because you go from staying in one class the majority of the day outside of
moving
like jam or
classes.
music.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden you have homeroom.
Yeah,
you
just
got
become
second
one of the
period,
pack.
third period. Yeah.
But they can't wait to get out of middle school. Middle school just basically is the worst.
It is.
Yes.
It is. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's
Yep.
just it's the
And
years.
it hasn't changed in 30 plus years. Still the same. Kids
Yeah, and I'm
just
sure
hate
there are
middle
good
school.
middle school teachers, etc. But for the most part, if you're a big silly, you coach. You teach elementary or high school.
Maybe. I don't know. Middle school is like welcome to the jungle. That was my middle school experience.
Oh yeah.
Just put your head down and get through it.
right. I think that's how it is for most.
My youngest is starting to use the word hard thing.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
no.
I love it.
Jeez.
And
Oh, no.
and she'll somebody on the street that's clearly struggling, and she'll say hard.
No.
I swear to God.
Because you speak that way around the
I
house.
guess. I mean,
Because I know your
she's
kids
learned it
don't
from-
listen to the show.
No, and my oldest daughter doesn't say that.
Yeah.
It's called modeling.
It's my youngest.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
If she sees someone that's clearly on the bottom of the food chain,
Yeah. But
I know it's bad.
it's terrible.
It's bad,
Yeah.
and you got to blame me
Yeah.
because
I
that's
do.
where she hears it. But she'll drop hard thing.
You know you're a little proud.
She says it pretty good too.
See?
I'm bigger than you. I'm higher in the food chain.